him as their lawyer yet
Interesting.
again.
Okay, so that makes sense why he didn't get shot.
Why would they shoot their lawyer?
Exactly. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, yeah. Look, from what I've heard, Solomon Walker was literally Rami L. Rahman's like lawyer bitch.
Paralegal.
Right?
Yeah,
his paralegal.
Yeah, AKA lawyer bitch. Yeah, he was wrong. Yep.
Ursula worked with them in the past on their businesses and shit.
Used to sell them news pings to give them times on when stuff was happening so that they could rob banks.
And Murphy Braun was their lawyer for a long time. Here's my thing, okay? I think they are accomplice to terrorism if they knew this was going to happen and they did not warn us.
Or had any involvement in, the pre-planning, or maybe sending a text message or a call or something like that, or even a tweet, just a bat signal for them to move in, right?
Right.
Are these meetings private, or do people know about them, or is this a regular thing where anyone
public.
could?
They're public.
Yeah, public. People
so
know
the schedule
about
to these meetings are well known.
Yes.
Actually, the schedule changed recently.
I think people are still known enough.
The schedule in term 2 has been kind of in flux.
True.
Like our first meeting, we've only had 4 meetings, okay, and our first meeting was at a different time than the other 3 ones were.
How are they able to enter the?
I don't think it would be readily public information. I think you would have to be close to the people in the council or the clerks to have a 100%
Coke, are you serious right now?
for
Coke Gaming.
a meeting.
What, you are invited to the
today.
Twitch partner program.
When did you guys
Hi, I
determine
just
the time
got
for this
partnered.
meeting?
We got partnered, boys.
Predetermined. That's kind of the time.
How long ago was it predetermined?
Coke Gaming,
the last 3
so
meetings
much
have been
for
at
the
the same time.
10,000 bits.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank
Now,
you. Thank you so
again,
much.
you say that you believe.
Thank you,
Can you
Coke.
tell me the person names who
Ben,
you believe had
viewer.
a part to play in this accomplice?
Solomon Walker, the deputy mayor. Murphy Braun, the head of bar.
Oof.
And Ursula Leichenberg, I think is her name. She's a reporter.
Christ.
She's literally hired for the purpose of filming those meetings. She gets paid to do it.
Okay, so Rami is Beach is Solomon, you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula working with them as well. What is the capacity in which Ursula work with them?
She used to front their business. She used to front their business for them. Clean Civ, who helped them with business stuff. She also used to sell them news information to help them with their bank robberies. That was a long time ago, but like that is an old.
Bell can handle with
There is an
Kate,
old
right?
pre-existing relationship.
Okay,
from the
so
old
there
Republic.
there is a prior report there in a level of trust.
Yeah, they have rapport. Yes.
Okay.
How about, and who's
Other
gonna
than
take
this
Zolo?
prior report,
Who can interrogate Zolo?
believing someone is an accomplice to a terrorism. What else is there? Because motive is motive is also really important. What do you know that you can point us to go sniffing in that direction?
I didn't give Ursula the secretary of the press position, so she might have had motivation to fuck with us because she didn't get a job. I gave it to someone else.
Okay, now just
I told her in a canned text, so she wasn't happy about that.
Okay, counter what I'm about to counter what I'm about to say.
Okay.
If Ursula is an accomplice, why is she providing us with the biggest piece of evidence against the perpetrators?
What, the film?
The film?
She was always going to be there.
She was always going to be there.
Yeah, she was going to be the cameraman no matter what, right?
She's been the cameraman for a long time. Like, that's her job.
Right. So every meeting is videotaped?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Now, so I watched the video, right? Why was the door unlocked? How were they able to enter inside with Sudi and the other clown?
Okay, so I stood up to let them in because they were next on our agenda to discuss like the farming situation.
The famine.
And as soon as I walked out, I got rushed.
Do you think that the timing of them coming in had to do anything with it? I mean, they got shot too, but...
I got executed in the hallway outside.
As you were trying to let them in?
I was trying to let the clowns in.
And then you got shot in the head and they just bum rushed the meeting room?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They rushed in, yeah, and they yelled meeting adjourned.
So Ursula is going to be there regardless, no matter what. She always videotaping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's move on to Senor Murphy Braun. what leads you to suspect that he had a part to play in this situation, other than this fact that he was unharmed? Because I would say it struck me as extremely odd when I walked in there that there was a chorus of bodies bleeding, and there was 3 people not only unharmed but oddly unfazed as well.
Yeah.
So
he has a history of representing the Chang gang.
He's their lawyer.
Murphy is their active lawyer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's been their lawyer since time immemorial.
Okay, now again, counterpoint.
The second he stepped down from judge, I just want to say the second he stepped down from judge, they
I don't know, this conversation is weird. How is it weird?
Okay, counterpoint what I'm about to say. Sayer Murphy has good report for them with a lawyer. Their issue wasn't with Murphy, it was with you. So after targeting you guys, the shooters I'm talking about, what sense would it have made to shoot someone who in the past helped them? Where is your kind of gut telling you that there is an accomplice here? Help setting it up and participate in activity.
I suspect they were all known, like they knew it was going to happen at some point, right? And I suspect at some point they probably tried to contact them and be like, hey, but not me though, please.
Okay. How, let's talk about Solomon now, the third person. What can you tell me about him?
Solomon Walker recently was disbarred. Solomon Walker was Ramee Al-Rahman's paralegal, and Ramee Al-Rahman, a member of Chang Gang, was a lawyer for a while, for months, actually.
Much longer than I expected him to keep his bar.
Solomon Walker, I suspect personally, it hasn't been proven, is a part of the ADMC. The ADMC is adversarial to me and my wife. And I suspect possibly
Can I stop you there?
Sure.
Okay, forgive me if I cut you up. They adversarial. Is this adversarial thing a verbal banter, or does it?
They left deer carcasses all over our property last night.
They kidnapped my wife and stole her phone.
And shot Turgle in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, this is okay.
And they also kidnapped me from EMS before and stole my gun.
And you are certain that this was him?
EMS set me up.
You are certain that this is the ADMC?
EMS set her up too?
Pretty confident. Once again, this couldn't be.
I literally saw him wearing a cut, Max. He's ADMC.
I'm not asking you what you can prove in court. I'm asking you what you believe. Because the evidence is up to the law to discover and up to our detective work. What I want to know, okay, 100% you convinced that the person that set up this kidnapping and attack of Turgle was ADMC?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
I mean, Shaban was able to confirm that. She was there.
Yes.
Okay. And the ADMC, Solomon is tied to?
Yeah.
And the ADMC, this organization that Solomon, the deputy mayor, is
and Chang Gang. Solomon is in 2 beds
with yourselves.
Oh, Ramee, but yeah.
What other incident or what like situation can you point to that we can actively look at that will support this claim?
What do you think, Siobhan?
That he is.
It's okay if you can't think of it right now. Like you can always think about it later and contact me. Like ADMC has a few because motive is really important.
You mean what is their issue with us?
See.
We crushed them in the election. The amount of the arrogance that the ADMC, because first of all, the ADMC was the primary campaigners for Solomon Walker, because Solomon Walker was too fucking lazy to get out on the street and actually campaign himself. The number of times
votes.
Oh yeah, that whole gang was putting up posters all around the city.
I'm tearing down mine.
Tearing down ours, and also they were advertising Milton's Mods, which is a subsidiary of the ADMC. Finley Milton is in the ADMC, and they're right next door to their fucking complex, the one that they've been squatting in for months. It is.
Has Solomon himself ever verbalized to you directly about his feelings toward you, or has he displayed openly his antagonism toward you in person?
Yeah, he did it in the meeting room.
Yeah.
Because
and that is on footage.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, I accused him of being a part of the setup, and then we kind of like yelled at each other for a little bit. And then he accused me of trying to kidnap his daughter or some shit.
And who's his daughter?
I don't know. It's one of those weird fucking cringe adoptive things. I don't even know.
It's
They don't even have the
Minimi.
same last name.
Minimi, the person who keeps leaving rotted deer carcasses on our property and threatening to burn my cucumbers. So it's just gonna set our house on fire.
These threats that the ADMC is pointing towards you in these attacks, is there a goal at the end of it? Are they saying like it's gonna keep happening unless you X, Y, and Z?
No, they're too afraid to actually make that kind of like demand directly to us. It's kind of like they're just taking the shots.
Terrorism.
They're trying to take the shots that they can and the ones that they can get away with.
I do remember that on Slacks.
Okay. Excuse me if I go silent here. I'm writing this all down.
No, I got a couple. Go ahead, Cody. Whenever you're done, I got a few questions for them.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just writing all of this down.
The part that makes me scratch my head, the whole thing with Chang Gang is, especially for the two of you, Shaban, right? Is you've helped out Chang Gang in the past before in court cases and being an attorney and business and stuff like that. Mayor, you bought him part of Mr. K. So why would they just all of a sudden do something like that? I'm trying to figure that part out too. I
nominated Mr. K for a pardon. It was a council decision. That's how pardoning works, is that it's a vote. Yeah, I don't fucking know. And it pisses me off. It really does. I stuck my neck out for that motherfucker. Worse,
yep.
I had to convince the Chief Justice to let it happen. And he said something. It was like, he's like, it was essentially like, I'm not going to say I told you so when this backfires, and then it fucking backfired because he got arrested the next fucking day after I pardoned him. Oh, I'm so fucking sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, yeah. He gets so heated angry when he talks about this. He gets really heated.
Yeah.
It's understandable. You guys have just...
He made us look really stupid.
Experience. Okay, I have something that I want to ask you.
All right, A1 has been forced and given a direct order to go get food at Senior Buns. I'll be 10-7, 10-6 momentarily. If I scream, I'm dying.
Do you ever talk to Solomon in the phone? Obviously, you're deputy mayor. Are you guys in contact?
No.
At all?
No.
I've had like 4 texts with him.
Okay. Murphy as well? And Ursula? Is there any communication ongoing between you guys?
I don't talk to any of them.
Even if it's the most casual thing ever?
No, I don't even have their phone numbers. I had to get a new phone because I was worried the ADMC was going to steal my old one.
When you say new phone, you mean?
New SIM card.
Okay. And
I have an idea.
Land on the next question.
I have an idea.
Yep.
Are we to assume and suspect that, like, you want to go for a subpoena on phone records, correct?
Yep.
Now, is it safe to assume, or would you assume that this man, if there was any direct communication about a certain setup, do you believe it would be on their main telephonos?
I think that Chang Gang probably believed that this situation would never happen to them. So I'm pretty confident they probably still got their own original phones on them when they're in fucking jail right now. Solomon, I know for a fact, has replaced his phone. And
would you replace your phone there?
Huh? When did I?
Yeah.
When did we do that? Like a month ago? Right around election?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's calling me right now?
The ADMC, can you give me... So, Solomon is, you believe, tied to this ADMC.
Oh, yeah.
But the ADMC is an organization, I'm assuming. Who is the ADMC, like, key figures that you can give me?
Already Dead Motor Club. Run and operated by Barry Benson, former BBMC. Sanguine War veteran.
It was when he gave you the bullet. That's when we changed our phones.
I'm pretty sure we have... Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. He kind of... That's actually in a report.
Yeah.
Okay.
He delivered a bullet to Max in a box.
When did he do this?
On election day.
Yep.
Okay. So other than Barry Benson, you cannot think of any other key figures. I know you mentioned Finley Milton.
We have that already, Coyote. PD dossier 2798. So it's gonna be Kelly Dean, Rue, Min-Mei.
That was Ursula.
Family Min and Shang.
Yeah, Ursula did give me the fucking
Ursula delivered the bullet.
Cora Star, Jesse,
yeah.
Barry Benson, Sean McQuillan, Steve Dawson, Edward Baker, who else? Yeah, I mean, there's some potential. Kiki's a potential member. Interesting.
So
Ivy?
Here's another question I have for you.
Oh,
okay?
Ivy's definitely a member. She's the one who's on the business proposal for Milton's Mods. As her the owner.
This next question is really important because it's kind of like a race against the clock to uncover and discover all of this.
Hey, are you interrogating Kay? I was told that you were.
I mean, you could. I'm with the mayor right now, and we're getting a lot of information about the pre-context behind this that is just as important. So I'm with Coyote right now. If you want to start with Kay, I can join afterwards. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm trying to help and like with the hot gun thing. Okay. Who was the other person I was supposed to be interrogating?
I actually had
Zolo, I believe. I think Zolo and Bell. Where's Bell at?
Probe for information.
I
don't know who thinks behind this.
Okay.
Okay, I'll grab her.
He literally did. He said he did not call for a lawyer.
This was not an ADMC thing. This was a personal thing.
Alright, I'll bring this spirit down. Do you still want
the
him?
shooters?
Who is it?
Yeah, and Murphy and Ursula. I think
Robert?
all of them were aware this was going to happen.
Now, is Murphy as well tied to the
Robin, who?
ADMC?
What's your name? Last name?
I don't know.
No, to my
Don't
knowledge.
know.
Interesting.
I'll take a look.
Do you believe you were the primary target of this one?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Did
I believe
Solo
the
or
council was, except for
Zolo did
whoever
not
was not
request an
shot.
attorney.
Right.
Kay?
This
requested
was-
an
A
attorney?
targeted execution.
This was terrorism, point blank. It wasn't.
Yeah, I believe somebody
The
did request
motivation
an
is
attorney,
really
and we had done
important.
the pretty
So,
soon that he was
You
he
know,
was a
did they
lawyer.
come in,
Kay said no, he
let's say
did not.
looking for Cornwood, and just go, okay, there's Max, fuck him too, and Siobhan, fuck him too, okay.
The three guys we have here,
Murphy, Brown,
Ramee,
Solomon,
Mr.
they
Kay's
okay,
I
we're
thought they were
shoot
gonna
him.
shoot me!
What did they
For a
say when they
second.
fucking shot you guys up?
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.
Yep.
Which implies they knew that was happening.
Mhm.
Which
And they wanted to
implies
stop
that
it.
And they wanted
Yeah.
to stop
Which
it, which is
is-
literally terrorism. They're disrupting
Unfortunate.
a government entity. They're seeking the
In the middle of it.
destabilization or disruption
Live
of a government entity
on
operating.
camera.
That is terrorism.
Was there a
That's
big
the charge.
decision that was going to come to today in this meeting?
Yeah, we were looking
No.
at the State Emergencies Act. I'm just
no,
saying.
we were not.
Yeah.
That was on
We
hold.
weren't. That was
No,
nobody
we
else
were-
knows it was on hold. You and I both know that, but nobody else knows that was on hold. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. Our primary concern today was addressing the
famine.
fucking famine that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, was
So
any decision that was going to be made today in any way going to directly affect the shooters?
Don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to ask you
Unless
another one.
they operate like a food booth.
Unless I'll part a food booth, yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask you something else because now I'm thinking you were surprised that you were shot, which shows that there wasn't any clear antagonism happening between you guys and the shooters, which leads me to believe that maybe, how in the realm of possibilities is it that this was a hired hit?
Let me
by
back up. When I say I was
someone-
surprised I was shot, I just wasn't expecting that to happen. I wasn't expecting any of that. I froze. I was a pussy. I didn't run. I had no fight or flight. I was trying to say I was surprised. I just froze like a
I
deer.
froze too.
They should
Because-
put those antlers back on my head.
Slack has mentioned already again, even in your presence, that he's surprised that the shooters attack you. And if you are also, you just said here also you surprised. So it's leading me to believe it doesn't seem like the shooters, if you were not knowing of any open aggression or antagonism, is it possible that someone else directed and paid for that hit?
Hey, the hell's happening outside? Somebody's getting shot. Strawberry tailgater.